FC Barcelona appears to be nearing agreements with two key acquisitions for 2024. Last season, the Catalans won La Liga for the first time in 4 years, but manager Xavi Hernandez felt the need to add reinforcements for 2023 to 2024 in order to potentially successfully defend the title and allow Barca to compete again on the continent after back-to-back Champions League group stage exits. Ilkay Gundogan, a former captain of Manchester City, has previously been announced as joining on a free transfer. The German international signed a 2-year contract with the option of an additional year provided he participates in at least 60% of games during his second season. Íñigo Martínez, a former Athletic Club defender, is another acquisition that has been made. According to Sport, the announcement of this acquisition can be made in the following days as Martinez's contract with Bilbao terminated on June 30th. The Daily Tabloid also emphasizes how Barca is considering the long future in addition to the short term, with other additions planned during the currently open transfer window if their financial situation permits. The club is now working on 2 significant deals for 2024 that, if successful, would bring in 2 of the most highly anticipated young players in sport. It has been apparent for some time that Barca and Atlético Paranaense have a deal in principle for Vitor Roque, whereby Barca will pay €35 million, $38.25 million, and an additional €10 million, $10.9 million, provided a number of requirements are completed. Roque is expected to arrive in time for the 2024-2025 season, while Barcelona does not rule out the possibility of him doing so in the upcoming weeks or in January when the current South American season would have already ended. The youngster will serve as Robert Lewandowski's understudy in the hopes of one day succeeding the Pole as a striker. However, if Xavi doesn't choose for the 4-man midfield system with Gavi as a false left winger, he may push Ansu Fati and Ferran Torres further down the pecking order on the left or provide positional competition to compatriots Rafinha and Ousmane Dembele on the right wing. The Turkish jewel Arda Güler, whose €17.5 million, $19 million, release clause is currently within reach, will also be a target for Barca and Real Madrid. Gerard Romero claims that they have a general understanding for him as well. The team has worked hard to beat Los Blancos to the punch and reach an agreement with Fenerbahce before the price soars. That might entail making an upfront contribution as a sign of good faith and intent, but it shouldn't be prohibitively expensive and should take into account Barca's financial situation. Deco, the sporting director, has already flown to Istanbul in an effort to reach an agreement. Güler, who has been likened to Mesut Ozil, should ideally stay in Turkey for one more season before moving to Catalonia. On TV3, Laporta said that the club is working on Güler and that taking action for both this summer and the following indicates that the president and his directors are considering the broader picture.